Here's your daily updates. Newsman Dennis Daily offers his take on the events of the day in another daily video blog.
Hi, and thanks again, everybody. If you've lived here in the Coachella Valley very long, there is one unusual aspect to our entertainment and social life that you might have forgotten all about. For example, across the street is a Del Taco. A very good example of a restaurant that's open 24/7, but more than that, one that's open 365 days out of the year. But in a lot of parts of the country, restaurants close down during the winter, like the old Heldenstein's Drive-In in my hometown in Indiana. But here in the Valley, our season is the opposite. So a lot of upscale restaurants close down in the summer, which means that this time of year, they have to gear up to reopen. And a very good example of one of those restaurants is John Henry's, tucked away behind Fresh and Easy at the corner of Tockwitz and Sunrise. A lot of people don't know it's here. It's closed 4 months out of the year. But a lot of people do know it's here, and the devotees of some of our better upscale restaurants know when their favorite place is closing and when it's reopening. And right now, John Henry's is reopening its doors.
But a little over 24 hours ago, it looked a lot different. Equipment that had sat idle had to be checked, exterior areas cleaned up. After all, menu appeal's important, but so's curb appeal. John Henry Laszlo is a restaurant partner. I asked him what it's like to bring the place back to life.
Hell. Actually, we've been doing it now for... The restaurant's been open, this is our 22nd season, and we've been closed for 4 months, probably the last 19 seasons. The easiest part of this is our staff. Our staff remains the same after 22 years, and that's the easiest part of it, and a very large part of running a good restaurant operation.
And like many of the Valley's more exclusive eateries, John Henry's strives for an intimate atmosphere. With the help of radiant heaters, even on the most brisk of winter nights, the outdoor patio is often packed. Many of the restaurants that cater to the winter crowd in the Valley are places of fine dining. No plastic knives or forks here. Well, the doors are barely open. The first patrons are being served. I asked John Henry whether seasonal restaurant owners take menu hints from their customers.
That's how we got our rack of lamb on our menu. That's how we got our roast duck on our menu. They were originally special items only served maybe once or twice a week, but we had so many requests that we put them on our regular item.
So I guess one of the ways you know that you know all about the Valley is that you don't take your friends to certain restaurants in July. John Henry's is a great example of one of those upper scale restaurants that has a clientele that instinctively knows when the French onion soup is being served again. I'm Dennis Daly with your daily news update.